Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Tuesday live show on Beyond the Gangway. And today's topic is going to be, have you been scammed? A lot of people don't realize how many different ways this situation can happen. But welcome back to another show. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you that are coming in new to the stream, my name is Jackie. I am a travel advisor for Expedia Cruises. And for those of you who have been here, welcome back. So, how guys, it is Tuesday. Yesterday was a holiday, and I don't know for what reason I thought today was Monday. And next thing you know, I said, oh my God, today I have a show with you guys. So super happy to be here, excited about the topic. And I'm going to wait it out for a little bit so people can start joining the live stream. But yeah, today's topic is going to be a great one. One that I decided to chat with you about because this past 2 weeks, I had two of my clients been scammed, and it was crazy, guys. So I wanted to kind of like share this information with you guys, let you guys know, to watch what to watch out for, and all of that stuff. Thank you, Samara, the Queen of Disney, for being here, and the lovely Donnell and Jen, all the way from Pennsylvania. I know it must be cold up there where you guys are at because it's cold where we are. Last night in Florida, we hit 37 degrees last night, or probably less than that. It was freezing for us here in Florida. For those of you that don't know, I was actually raised in Chicago, and Chicago is the windy city. And I was accustomed to that. But I've been here for 20, almost 30 years. And Florida, to me, when it gets like in the 40s, I'm already freezing. So for those of you that are coming in new, I'm still working on my backdrop. I'm waiting on some stuff to still get here. There's still back order and stuff like that. So, but soon you guys are going to be seeing the transitioning for our new travel adventures. I know if you guys are coming new, this channel used to be called Traveling with Tinkerbell. Now it's called Travel Adventures. I have my little fur child just next to me. Just hello, I want to be part of the show. You guys want to see the beautiful Cash? Hold on, let me show you. This is my baby Cash. Hi, Cash. Say hello. Ain't she cute? She was like, I just want to be part of your show. So that's Cash. I asked, actually, she also have a little sister called Blue. They're identical. So yeah, so I know they're so cute. But yeah, so let's start the show because we have a lot to unpack. And like I said earlier, when I started, the show, I said I had two of my clients were scammed. They had their booking already paid in full through MSC. And just keep an eye on, I'm going to give you some phone numbers. Hello, Scotty J Travels. Thank you so much for being here, sir. I'm going to give you guys some phone numbers just in case if you need to contact MSC, please do not contact these numbers that I'm about to give you. These numbers were the numbers that they called, and they got these numbers from online. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I know I have so many customers on here. Here we go. Enrique. Okay. So one of the numbers he contact for MSC, 855 846 9929. And he contacted this number. Hello, Miss Jen. Thank you so much for being here. He contacted this number because he was having an issue trying to log on to his online, portal on his phone. It wasn't working. So when he contacted the number, the person supposedly on the MSC site said, hey, I got your account, blah, blah, blah. I see that you have not paid for your gratuities or your port taxes and fees. So, he knew that he had not paid for the gratuity. So he says, you know what, I'll just take care of it. So he paid $350 something to the person. Then he received an email from them, saying that they charged his credit card the $350 something. So the very next day, good evening, Miss Katie. The very next day, he contacted me and he says, hey, I paid for my gratuities. Just wanted to let you know. So when I went on to his booking, I noticed that the gratuities were not in there. And I said, well, I don't see the gratuities on your booking. He's like, well, here's my receipt. I paid them yesterday. And I look at the receipt. Sure enough, they were there, same price and everything. But he says, yeah, and I didn't pay for I also paid for my port taxes and fees. And I said, wait a minute, why would you pay for your port taxes and fees? Your booking is already paid in full. So that triggered the conversation. And I contacted MSC and I said, hey, can you take a look at this reservation? Customer saying that he paid for his gratuities, but one of your reps there said that he needed to pay for port taxes and fees, where it's kind of strange because he already had that paid. So when she checked, there was nothing on their system that he had called, blah, blah, blah. So I looked at the email. Sure enough, the email does not come from MSC. It was a different vendor altogether. Then I reached out to the customer. I said, you need to contact your credit card. The person, that whoever you made the payment with is not part of MSC Cruises. So he's still going through that journey as of right now. He's still trying to get that money back from the credit card company. And yes, so he got scammed by doing that. Then a few days later, another party on his group that he was going, hey, David, welcome in. Also had to contact MSC, and they were also, while they were having him on the line, they were also saying that he needed to pay his port taxes and fees. So he contacted me while he had the other person on the line, and he's like, they're asking me to pay my port taxes and fees. And I said, wait a minute, what number are you dialing? He had dialed the same exact number that he found on the website. And I said, hang up the call. Your port taxes and fees are already paid. If you need to contact MSC, I'll rather give you a direct number to them so that you can call them, because it's a scam. So he actually lucked out because he called me before he had the other guy on the phone. So I could hear the conversation between him and the other person. He's like, look, my travel advisor said that I already paid for the port taxes and fees. And you could tell that he was saying on the back, no, they're not paid. I don't see them in your booking. You need to pay it. And if you don't pay it, your booking will be canceled. So as you can see, guys, always, double check your documents, double check your paperwork. Make sure that you contact the person that you did the travel with, whether you did it on your own or whether you did it with a travel advisor. Double check anything before you give your credit card out to anybody out there, because this is very real. This is happening. I've seen it happen on Expedia. Some people call Expedia. They do the same exact thing. And next thing you know, they're getting scammed. So just keep an eye that when you're doing these kinds of things, make sure that that you're calling the legit department. You're not calling just anybody, because if they're telling you that, you got to pay for this, that, or the other, make sure you're calling the right department. Look at Samara. She goes, Samara, it is right. That's always what I get, a travel agent. But for sure, like, guys, I'm going to give you some information that we as travel advisors, we get things to watch out for just in case, because we do contact a lot of phones and a lot of different people, but we actually have numbers that are legit that goes directly to either the cruise line or the hotel or whichever way you see that, but we got the original number. So if you guys need an actual number, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to text it to you if you're looking for a specific cruise line. And at least there, for sure you're going into the right place. But as soon as they start telling you that you owe this, that, and the other, that should be a red flag, because, unless it's something that you owe and you're actually can verify it, just be tread very carefully, because nowadays I don't want you guys to be scammed, and especially him that he just lost $358 3 days before his cruise is just insane. But some of these scams are people impersonating cruise line calls. They can set up fake phone numbers that show up online searches. So this is one of the things that happened to him. So these are things that you need to watch out. Ads or AI generated answers, making them look like they're real cruise line contact numbers. When people call these numbers, they reach a fraudster pretending to be the customer service or reservation. The scammers then claim you owe extra fees. There is a promotion. Your booking has an issue that must be fixed immediately, or that you owe port taxes and fee or embarkation fees. So that's what happened to him. And I'm just giving you some examples. Also, what victims were told. So this is some of the things that people out there were told. They owe thousands of dollars for flight arrangements or bookings tied up to their cruise, and urgently need to pay to confirm the details, or their booking will be canceled. That a fake promotion could save them money if they pay now to rebook. That you owe port fees or international embarkation fees that didn't exist. You also have reports include victim losing nearly like $20,000, or other passengers handing over booking numbers, credit cards, and sensitive information. So keep in mind, about all these things. So you might ask yourself, why are these scams so convincing? Scammers may take phone numbers looking legitimate in search results ad. They may also already have partial booking information like names, reservation numbers that were scraped from the social media or public forums, making their interaction seem authentic. Some use caller ID spoofing to trick you into thinking the call is from the actual cruise line. I will say this, guys, don't ever, because one person on my Facebook that I love very much, she's a client of mine. She's now a travel advisor. Don't ever post your cruise line document or reservation number on your social media. I was scrolling the other day and I saw she posted and it had her reservation number on it. I reached out to her because she used to be my client. She's now a travel advisor. And I said, hey, please make sure you bring down that post. Things are happening. You don't want, she goes, oh my God, I didn't realize that it had my reservation. So please make sure that if you're going to post something, don't post anything that has your reservation, any type of information, or maybe just don't post it at all. You could just say, hey, I'm going on a cruise on such and such, and leave it as that. But just keep in mind, anything you post, these people will scrape and they will find information and contact you. How to protect yourself. Call only the official number listed on your cruise line website, not a number you can find via Google ad or search snippets. Hang up if the caller pressures your urgency. Do not do not letting you know that you're going to lose your trip if you don't purchase or pay right now. Never give full payment or sensitive data over the phone unless it's dialed directly from the company's site. Be suspicious of free cruise offers or unbelievable deals that begin with a phone call. Use the Federal Trade Commission or the FTC and do not call registry, and report the scam calls at reportfraud.ftc.gov. So these are some of the stuff that you can probably be aware of. Now, some of the common related scam or ripoffs, like free offers that aren't free, shore excursion traps, and the free offer that aren't free is the number one, believe it or not, on the travel community. Like if you are is either on a cruise or not on a cruise, like art auctions, spa raffles, jewelry talks, or skincare demos often offer a free gift. Something catches after that, after your free gift. They catch high pressure sales and inflated prices. Tips will be enjoy the freebie, but do not buy on impulse. And this is mainly when you're on the ship. or on your all-inclusive or whatever. Short excursion traps, third-party tour seller near the port may overpromise shorter lines, exclusive access. Tours can be run late, leaving you at a risk of missing the cruise ship. Tip, book through the cruise line or review operator or return to ship guarantee. Automatic gratuities and hidden fees, daily service charge, specialty dinings, fees, Wi-Fi packages, and drinking gratuities can add up. Review the onboard account daily and guest services questions early. Because sometimes, guys, as I don't know if maybe some of you might have had this issue where you have not purchased something on board and all of a sudden you see this charge. You have to check I would suggest to check it on a daily. That way, if you see a charge that is not yours, you can just go to guest services and deal with that immediately. Don't wait till the last minute or you get off the ship and next thing you know, you look at your credit card and you got all these fees because it's going to be harder for you to be able to get through that. Onboard shopping or duty-free claims, jewelry, watches, and electronics are often overpriced despite exclusive labels. Price check online before buying anything expensive. And then you have the port scams, which is taxi overcharging, fake tour guides, currency tricks, or helpful strangers. Agree on prices upfront and use official transportation. Make sure that you always stay safe, wherever you go, because you never know what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, or when it's going to happen. You don't know. Remember, you're leaving your home, you're leaving United States, you're going to all these different ports. You have heard it many times where you have people paying with their credit cards for a taxi. I would never recommend to pay a tax, any taxis with your credit card. Always carry some form of cash or exchange your dollars and always pay, in form of cash, because think about it. You could either go to Europe or even Mexico. They have a different, they have pesos, they have different things over there. If you're not really good with the math and you don't know what the exchange is, they could say it's $3 American. Next thing you know, you're getting charged $300 on your credit card. So just keep that in mind. Always double check who you're actually, traveling with. Don't always travel with a buddy as well. Don't travel on your own. Try not taking all these taxis to all these other places that you don't know. Make sure you stay safe and make sure nobody scams you, because there's always people out there, even if they're selling something to you, on the street or whatever. Just make sure that you always maintain, your, and there's really good translation apps that you can put on your phone to make sure that you understand what they're saying. If you're not really familiarized with either Spanish or French or whatever, wherever you're going, that at least you understand what's going on. Especially like when we went to our Europe trip, I actually exchanged euros. I paid as much as I could with euros. And depending on the places that we went, like maybe a restaurant, and I knew that I can pay with my credit card, then I did those things. But always a taxi, anywhere that is in the street, I will recommend you use cash and cash only for that. And especially if you're traveling solo, guys, don't let anybody know that you're traveling solo. Always try to find a buddy or somebody that can, go with you, whether it's in a short excursion. Because also in the news, you have heard that some solo travelers getting on a taxi, they got scammed, different things, or the taxi didn't want to leave them somewhere unless they pay this amount. So just keep in mind, you are going someplace else, or whether you're here in the United States, scam is all over us on a daily basis. Just make sure that you are well prepared to handle them, and don't just give your credit card information to anybody just because. Make sure if you have to take a moment and say, you know what, I'll give you a call back. Thank you for the information, and verify all your documents. And if you feel that, you need to make a payment, or you miss on something, then double check that number that you're calling is the correct number. We had this situation. I actually had a situation happen with our Expedia. A customer was also He contacted Expedia. It was also a scam. They scammed him about $700 and something. They said that if he didn't pay that money, his booking was going to be canceled. Next thing you know, it had nothing to do with that. His booking was already paid for. I actually had Cruising with Keith. His mom is my customer, and she had contacted Royal Caribbean one time, and they tried to scam her, and she was so afraid. And Keith called me, and he says, "Hey, can you double check my mom's booking? They're saying that she has a balance due." And I looked at it. She goes, "No, your mom's booking, is all paid in full." And next thing you know, it was also a scam. I think he did, I think there's like a vlog or something that he did on that a while back. It happened sometime last year, but it's everywhere, whether it's Carnival, MSC, Norwegian, Expedia, bookings.com, Travelocity, Viator, you name it, it's everywhere. So make sure that when you're looking for a number on Google, you're going to the actual source. Don't just pick whatever number Google tells you, because nowadays people are just putting numbers out there. Let me see what some of you guys are saying. Just Lagomar, need a taxi to the beach. The taxi might scam you. I know Lagomar won't. Just take a short excursion with the cruise. I do suggest to take short excursions with the cruise, but there's also really good companies out there that are legitimate companies that will help you on short excursion. They do give you a better price. Just make sure that whenever you're booking, make sure that you are comfortable booking and that you have a confirmation, they're legit and all of that stuff. Because I have done short excursions outside of the cruise line and I've never had a problem, but I also verify, with them and make sure that I'm booking directly through the source. I know that when I went to Europe, Jen and Donnell they told me that they booked a lot of their stuff through Get Your Guide. And I booked half of my excursions were booked through Get Your Guide. Never had a problem. Didn't come across any issues, other than in Rome, that the address where we were supposed to meet was a little bit weird, because it was telling us to come to this place, but it was technically across the street. But that was pretty much the only situation that we had. But everything was legit. Never had any problems. All our tickets were there. They do sometimes charge an insurance just in case if anything were to happen. You have until the day of to cancel and get your money back. So, little things like that might be helpful for you. Viator is really good. Us here in Expedia, I do have a short excursion website. If you want to check it out, they're also our short excursion website guarantees you coming back to the cruise. No different than your normal short excursions that you will buy through your cruise line. They do have a little bit of a lesser price. If that's something that you're interested in, I could put a link on our chat here today, and you guys can keep it. But yeah, you can find short excursions that are guarantee you to come back onto the ship. Give me 1 second. Let me look it up here for you guys, and I'm going to post it so you guys can have the short excursions from my side. Let's see. I tell you, we have all sorts of stuff. Give me 1 second. Let me copy this, and I'm going to plug it here, and then I'm going to pin it. There you go. There you guys have it. So that is my short excursion. With Expedia is the same exact guarantee back to ship as any other cruise lines. So if that's something that you're interested in, just keep in mind that when you're booking through Expedia and you purchase it, it'll tell you exactly where the meeting is, what time you're going to meet, what place you're going to meet up, and all of that. Don't think that because you're booking it through Expedia that you're going to get a little card or a little ticket when you get on the cruise ship, or think that you have to meet at the theater to get out with everybody, because it's Expedia. It's not through the cruise line. So keep that in mind. I had a customer that he did that. I didn't even know that he had purchased a shore excursion, and he had contacted me that his shore excursions had left because he thought that he needed to go to the theater on a Norwegian cruise line. And I told him, no, you needed to follow the directions on your Expedia shore excursions document that you received. And when he looked it up, he had lost it, but we contacted Expedia and they refunded him back the actual excursion, which it was nice of Expedia to do. But just keep in mind that you will have all of that documentation and directions and stuff like that on your actual document that you get when you purchase the shore excursion. It's very simple to purchase a shore excursion with Expedia, no different than it is online with any of the cruise lines. But just keep in mind that it is an Expedia shore excursion. And not just your regular cruise. If you have any questions that you need me to ask, if you have I can't even speak today. If you have any questions and you need me to answer about scams and things like that, let me know, because we have a whole entire thing on that. The cheapest vacation is stay home. No, you don't want to stay home, Miss Samara. Look at you. You don't want to stay home in December, right? And not go to Lagomar and your Disney cruise. You want to leave Canada. You want to be able to have the nice hot weather. You need to go on a cruise in the when the spring ends and the summer starts, and you get to have that nice ocean, nice and warm and all of that. You'll love that, Samara. But other than that, how you guys are? Hopefully you guys are having a good day today. You're enjoying the show. I figured that I wanted to bring you something completely different, or rent a camper. That's right. And drive across country. That is very true. Actually, Dave and I have a show this weekend. I will be in his show this weekend, this Thursday. I think it's at 6 p.m. Dave, if you can put the link here, I would appreciate it for the show. And then next month, I'm coming back to Dave's show because he's going to go on the Grandiosa. I'm going on the Grandiosa, and then we're going to combine our thoughts together, and we're going to bring you a show about the MSC Grandiosa that is actually here in Port Canaveral. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Between Dave and I, we're working on that stuff. And I have something that I want to share with you guys, because now that we mentioned MSC and we're going on Grandiosa, I got something for you. Here it is.
Good afternoon, everybody. We've got an exciting group cruise announcement for you. This time around, it's going to be a very special occasion, as we have managed to get an invite to the inaugural sailing of the one and only MSC World Atlantic. This time around, we'll be sailing out from Port Canaveral in Orlando, Florida on November 13th, 2027. From there, the ship will be docking at Nassau in the Bahamas on the 14th and MSC's private Ocean Cay Marine Reserve on the 15th. After that, there'll be a relaxing day at sea where you can be one of the first people to explore this lovely new ship. On the 17th, they'll be docking in Cozumel, Mexico, followed by Costa Maya in Mexico on the 18th. From there, a single day at sea will be taking you back to Orlando to conclude the inaugural sailing. Be sure to book your cabins quick, as inaugurals like this tend to sell out really fast. You can contact us at jagonzalez@expediacruises.com or call us directly at 813-608-2935. We hope to see you on board with us.
Well, there you have it. We're going on the World Atlantic inaugural sailing. Can you believe it? It's going to be next year. It's still a year and a half away from now. So if you're looking to book, I still have cabins left. The deposit on that is $199 per person. And the final payment is, I think, is August 16 of 2027. So if you're looking to booking this amazing cruise, let me know. I'd be more than happy to book you on it. I know Donnell has, I have a lot of people already booked on this. It's going quickly. I added more cabins because they're selling out fairly quickly. But it is great. I think the lowest price cabin on this one is $2,008 for a party of two. It's a 7-day cruise, and that's an interior cabin. So yeah, let me know if that's something that interests you. This is a hosted cruise, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Not only you going to get to travel with me, Jeff D is also going. A lot of people from the community here are also going. And yeah, all we're missing is you guys. We're missing some of you guys to come in and book it. Like Samara will say, book it real good. There you go. So if you need to call me, my numbers are showing up on the screen for you guys right now. So you can call me or email me or text me, and I can provide you some more information. I do have a flyer on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok. This same commercial is running on all of my social medias. So hopefully, if don't wait till the last minute, because cabins are going fairly quickly. And if you book directly through MSC, the cabins are already about $330 something more than the price that I have. So if you're not looking to cruising during that time, but you have some family members that might be interested, I would be happy if you can share that information with them. Thank you, Danielle. Yes, hit that like button. It'll tell YouTube that we are here live streaming and that you guys are enjoying this show today. But yeah, going back to the topic of scam, that was the information that I wanted to provide to you. Make sure that you guys are aware. If you have, like I said, any questions, let me know. I do have a lot of different topics coming up on this show, because I'm trying to actually get you guys into more information, because we are all cruises. We all love to travel. Oh my God, Miss Bethany, thank you so much for being here, love. Be Kind, Oklahoma. I love her name, her handle name, because we always have to be kind. Thank you so much for being here. I'm doing good, mommy. I hope you're doing great as well. And but yeah, so if you're like I say, I have that hosted cruise for now for 2027 on the MSC Atlantic. In 2028, I'm going to be doing another hosted cruise, but that one is going to be going to Athens, Greece. So we're going to be going to Athens down the road. So hopefully, I haven't done anything with that one yet, but it's coming. Next month, guys, I will be in Margaritaville Islander. It's my first time on Margaritaville. So a lot of you guys have been. They told me that that I needed to try it. So we are here. We're going to go try it in 2 weeks. Samara, yes, it will possibly more than likely be on Excel. Hopefully by then. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to getting on the Margaritaville Islander. There's a lot of trips booked for this year. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of adventures to be had. You need to do a Disney group cruise. I would love to, Bethany. My issue is that Disney does not have groups, so it will have to be sold individually. And that's a little bit hard because you can even take a block of rooms and say, okay, we're going to do them at this same price. So that's a little bit hard, because then you have, depending on when the person, books, then that will be their price. And then you'll have some people at one price and some people at another. So I don't know why Disney doesn't do groups. So Disney, if you're hearing this, you need to get on with the program. You got to do the group, especially with this new ship that we have here in Port Canaveral. They have a big ship that looks as big as the Carnival Mardi Gras here in Port Canaveral. It's a brand new ship for them. I'm super excited because Disney needs these bigger ships for their fans. Hopefully, maybe Samara will go there, maybe take a camera, vlog it for me, and then I could put it out here. Right, Samara? They have the Treasures, the Destiny, and I think there's another one that starts with an A that just came into Port Canaveral a few days ago. The ship is the Atlantic or the something like that. It's because the mouse is the gangster. Look, he's a scammer. No, I'm just kidding. I love Mickey Mouse. Actually, I'm thinking of going to Epcot this weekend. It's supposed to be 80 degrees. Oh, the Disney Adventures. Oh, just like, oh, wait, hold on, David. Hold on. Maybe I have to get on it. Travel Adventures on the Disney Adventure. That would be a kind of cool vlog to do. We just got off the Treasure. Oh, that was a whole adventure. I've been wanting to do the Treasure, but now they got the Destiny. So it's like, which one do I go to? but maybe this adventure might work. Adventure is headed to six. Yeah, the adventure. It's kind of like a Asian ship. I think I was told, but it was here in Port Canaveral for something, and now I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be here for a little bit, and then it's going down that way. I'm not sure. I haven't like really read into it, but I did see a lot of people that were there to see it come in through the port. So that was really cool to see. But it's not us adventure. But yeah, well, this year, guys, I will be having a lot of adventures. Like next month, we're going to be in Margaritaville. In April, we're going back on the World America. And World America, I'm actually going back on her a year after we got invited to the inaugural sailing. So I'm looking forward on another 7 days on World America. And then in May, we're going to be in Utopia. In June, Star of the Seas. Let me see what else I got. So in June is Star of the Seas. Then we're going to be on Legends of the Seas in November. So we have a lot going on. And then I'm going back to the island to see my dad in Puerto Rico. I think I might have like 2 trips for that next year. And then we have one of my daughters is getting married. So her wedding is going to be in the month of December. So this year is already a lot of adventures are happening. I'm looking forward to my backdrop to be here. I feel like naked, not afraid, but naked, because it's like I'm not used to just the wall being that color, guys. It's driving me insane. But surely we're gonna be having all sorts of really cool stuff behind me. It was here for the first sailing and Access to Sea. Not doing any cruises here, sadly. Okay, Treasure is amazing and a new favorite for once. Although this Destiny is in February. Ooh, you gotta let me know. You gotta let me know. I gotta check because I do have I do get like some percentage off on Disney for being a travel advisor. I'm just waiting to see if I'm either going on Treasures or on Destiny to be able to do all of that. So keep in mind, I will be getting on one of the Disney ships. It's not going to happen this year or possibly the next one. Maybe 2028 might happen because I got a lot going on. And especially with everything that's going on, all the adventures that we have, I have to figure out where I'm going to put a week there. But if I go before then, it's because I got a really good deal. I need to ask God if he will vlog it for you since we go. Oh, that'll be awesome. I have a lot of vlogger friends. They have been on the Destiny and I've been actually watching all of that. That's a beautiful ship. And Treasures is amazing. I was watching everything going on Treasure and Destiny. It's just so pretty. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to either one or the other because I think it's a better ship than I was on the Fantasy, but that was like 7 years ago. And I just want to try something completely different. I wasn't too happy with the Fantasy at that time, and I know the Fantasy is an amazing ship, but I think Disney needed something new, a newer ship. So I'm really excited that they actually have the Destiny and the Treasures, and they even have the Wish, because the Wish is also a new ship. And now the Adventures, but that one is going to Asia. So I just see Samara, you need to go on all of these Disney. You should, since you're a Disney person, you should try all of their Disney ships, all of them. And that'll be kind of cool if you get to vlog it. You'll be a Disney vlogger. You can do all things Disney. But yeah, I was thinking of going this weekend to Epcot because the art festival is started on the 16th, and I've been looking at all these cool goodies that you can try, and I'm like, yeah, I was supposed to go this weekend, but it was cold. I'm like, nope, I'm not going in that weather. But this Saturday is supposed to be in the 80s, so hopefully Martine and I can go and have a Epcot kind of day. And maybe I have to take out my camera. My camera has been stored since I don't even know when. And she needs to come out and start filming again. So maybe if we go to Epcot, I might film it and bring it out to you guys. I only like them from Fort Lauderdale and Disney Port is a must go to. Islands, lots of rules, and Lagomar. Well, I know you like you like your Disney all the way from Fort Lauderdale. Hopefully they'll bring other ships over there. We've been on every Disney ship except Destiny and Adventure. Girl, get on it. Get on it. I can't wait to see all your, I follow your Facebook and I see all your pictures with all the different characters and all of that. So, and it's just always happy, Miss Bethany, to see you smiling out there. Oh, what happened? Okay, here we are. We're back at it again. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, or you might want to call me to ask me about information about the scam. I know that next week we have a great topic next week as well. I try to do a lot of really cool topics for you guys, and it's just been great. I tell you, ever since I've actually changed my YouTube name, it's just been crazy. It's just been insane because my system, I don't know why it always goes to traveling with Tinkerbell instead of where it needs to be. So it's just crazy. So let me see. Next week, we're going to be talking about the best rated buffets. That's going to be the talk of next week, is the best rated buffets. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a homework here. Prepare for next week. Let me know which is your favorite buffet, and then I'm going to tell you what was the best rated buffet at sea. It is crazy when you see what people enjoyed, what they like and did not like about these buffets. So I'm going to be talking about all sorts of different topics in the next coming week. So we have that one for next week. Eventually we'll talk about the best port of call. Like, we're going to have conversations about specialty dinings and things like that. So just keep in mind that, little by little, we are going to just enjoy the different things. Also, tomorrow we have a show for you guys on Across the Way. We're going to be in the Port of Dublin. We're going to be talking about the Port of Dublin tomorrow. So for those of you that follow Across the Way, make sure you come back tomorrow at 8 p.m. and we're going to talk about that. Pizza buffet that's 24/7. That's a good one. That is a good one. I love what Bethany put here. Look at what Bethany says. Aw, thanks. I believe in living life to the fullest when it can change you quickly for me. Looking forward to our girls' cruise that you helped me with. Hey, always happy to see you smile, Miss Bethany. I know you've been through a whole lot. And it's always, I feel truly happy every time I see you post a picture that you're doing what you love doing in life. So that's an amazing thing. But yeah, pizza buffet, Dave. The only place where I can say that the pizza is a little bit, I don't think it's a 24/7, but it's kind of almost 24/7. It's on the MSC World America. They actually have a pizza area on deck 5 midship, and their pizza and burgers are amazing. But what's really good is the chicken wings. If you love chicken wings, I love chicken wings. And every evening I just went there. They have a whole area opened up. They have French fried chicken wings, pizza, all sorts of different types of pizza, burgers, and stuff there that you can just come in and indulge. They have a seating area there too that you can just have a seat and have a really good time. Whether, it's just people watching on the promenade or just, having a time with friends and family. So yeah, that same thing is going to be on World Atlantic. I'm looking forward to in April. I'm looking forward to going back to World America. And I'm also going to have a show. I'll be bringing here our MSC BDM, Cassidy. She's going to be here on the show, and we're going to be promoting the World Atlantic. Maybe she'll have some goodies for you guys. And I got to get with her to see what day works for her. And we're going to have her on one of our Tuesday evening shows here. And we're going to talk all about World Atlantic. Did you meet my favorite all-time cruise director? Which one? Because I know there's some of them have changed. But let me know which one, and I'll tell you if I actually met him. I know that there's a lot of cruise directors that have left. There's new ones coming in. I actually saw something a little earlier go on YouTube that Chris Wong is not going to be in Princess. He used to be in Royal Caribbean. Now he's going to be working for Princess. So who knows what he's up to? So I guess we're going to have to follow him and check him out. I know he used to be a casino manager over at Royal Caribbean, so I'm not sure what role he's going to be doing on Princess, but I did actually see that before the start of the show. Everybody wants to change. We have all sorts of different situations, people changing positions, and stuff like that. Like we have change in BDMs. Also here, we have one person that retired, another person they came in. Oh my God, yes, Bethany, I did meet him. I actually have a picture with him. He used to be in Carnival and now he's there. I think I saw, Bethany, that somebody else, was it oh my God, Cookie? I think I saw something that Cookie might be joining MSC. I don't know. But I thought I saw something like that not so long ago. Somebody had posted something like that, or maybe they were together on a cruise. I don't know, but I did see something being posted like that. But yeah, Dr. E, I remember him. He used to be in Carnival, and now he's on World America. He's doing great. He is doing amazing. Chris is doing a third-party contract to enhance guest experience, and he said it is a new program. Oh, okay. Well, that's different. Good for him. I tell you, people start in one place and then they end up in a totally different place in their life. But if that's what he's happy with and he's enjoying that part of his life, hey, kudos to him. I said go for it. Go for it. So hopefully you guys are having a good Tuesday. I know for those of you that were off yesterday, it was just been crazy because I'm over here, all chill and whatever. Next thing you know, I'm like, I get a ping and I say, you have a live stream today. And I said, today's Monday. And I looked, oh my God, today's Tuesday. I completely forgot, guys. Yes, he is the whole reason we cruise Carnival so much. Want to cruise with him so bad. Well, then you're going to have to get on World America, and you're going to love World America. You're going to love World America. I know you came in late. I actually have a group on World Atlantic. I don't think, well, as far as I know, I don't know if they're moving him from World America to World Atlantic. But what I was going to say, I do have a group cruise. If you're interested, let me know. But I do know that with Celebrity, our cruise director Giuseppe, he's been he inaugurated Beyond, Ascent, and now Excel. So they have moved him into the newer ships. He's the one that opens up all of our ships for Celebrity. So maybe Dr. E might be doing World Atlantic. We don't know that until like down the road, and see who that the godmother or the godfather of that ship is going to be. Maybe they'll pick me. That'll be kind of cool. Tinkerbell as a godmother. Could you imagine? MSC is wonderful, Bethany. If you've never been, check out my vlogs. I do have vlogs on the World America. And I don't know if he comes out in one of my vlogs. I have to go back and look at it. But MSC is a wonderful brand. I know a lot of people have mixed signals about MSC. But when World came out, a lot of people love World. It's a different kind. I have not been on their other MSC cruises or cruise ships. I've only been on World, and now I'm actually booked on Atlantic. So, but I loved Atlantic, and I'm looking forward to my cruise in April. I'm falling in love with MSC. A lot of people do. It's a great price, to be honest. It's a really good price to travel on MSC. If you compare the pricing of other different cruise lines, yeah, definitely MSC has the best price. If you think about it, for a cabin on my cruise, let me see, hold on. Let me pull it up here because I actually have the information. But for a cabin on my cruise, and this is a balcony for 2 people. You're looking, and it's an ocean balcony. You're looking at 2868 for an ocean balcony. They do have the infinite ocean views, which is the infinite ocean balcony, like Celebrity does, and those are running at 2548 for 2 people. The interior is running for 2008 for 2 people. And then you have the ocean views at 2368 for 2 people. That's including port taxes and fees. So if you look at it, it's way cheaper than any Royal Caribbean or any Celebrity, or even sometimes, and this is a 7-day cruise. Sometimes it's cheaper than Carnival and Norwegian, if you look at it that way. So yeah, keep in mind MSC. Yeah, they're pretty good. Especially I have a lot of people like Donnell and them that they like the yacht club, and I have a lot of people that go on the yacht club. I haven't tried it. I was thinking of trying it, but since I'm doing a hosted group cruise, I said it's not gonna, because I'm not gonna be able to be there and enjoy the yacht club. But down the road, I am going to try the yacht club on one of their cruises and see what is it all about. But I do hear that a lot of people love it. They enjoy the yacht club, the amenities, and all of that stuff that it brings. So that's going to be good. I heard so many mixed reviews and don't like big ships. This ship is big. It's kind of like the Oasis class, but they do have the smaller versions, like the Seaside. It's a smaller version. The Divina, the Meraviglia. Those are like a little bit of smaller ships if you're looking into that. But I don't know if you're going to get the same as the World America or the World Atlantic or World Europa or World Asia cruises that they have out there. And the ship might look big, but it doesn't feel like, you're walking a whole lot, if you can say. So it's really good. I enjoyed it, to be honest with you. The yacht club is better on the Seaside than the World. Well, there you guys have it. It's coming from Donnell, and she's traveled a whole lot. So if she's saying it, it's because it's true. She's been on different types of yacht club, and she has mentioned that to me, that the yacht club is better on Seaside than it is on the World America. So just keep that in mind, when you're traveling. And I believe the yacht club prices are way cheaper than if you were to go on a Royal Loft Suite or any of the Sky Suites, or even on Celebrity with their Sky Suite area. So keep that in mind, that you're going to get a really good deal. You're going to have a, how do you call it? You're going to have your own butler there and all the services out to you if you're going, the yacht club area. They also have the Aria suites and the Aria balcony, which include like what you like, Bethany, that includes like the spa areas and things like that. So that might be something that you might be interested. And they give you all sorts of different perks compared to other cruise lines. I think you get a bottle of Prosecco and some strawberries. It includes the thermal spa area, I believe. You also get like a 10% off on other spa amenities. So you get debarkation and embarkation on Aria suites. So yeah, and it's a pretty good price when you look at it, and for what you're getting. Like today, I actually booked a balcony on the MSC Seashore for $732 for a 4-day cruise. Where do you find an ocean balcony for $732 anywhere? Like Royal can beat that. Not even Royal or Carnival or Norwegian, or Princess or Holland America. They can even beat that price. Oh, and they give you a 750 bottle of spirits of your choice. Look at that. See, Donnell knows because she's been there. I haven't yet done the yacht club, but I actually been to the yacht club. If you can see, I've been to the yacht club. I've been to the Haven. I've been on the Ultimate Townhouse. I've been on the Royal Loft Suites. So I have seen all of those types of products, and they're just amazing. The question is, which one do you want to go for? Which one do you want to pay? Which one do you want to save on, and things like that. So you have to keep that in mind. when booking these cruises. Make sure also that when you're booking a cruise, book ahead of time. Don't wait to the last minute, because sometimes the last minute is not going to save you a whole lot of money either. So you got to book ahead of time so that you can enjoy a little bit of extra cash in your pocket. And if you work with a travel advisor, maybe that travel advisor might give you some onboard credit, or something, for booking with her. We'll have to look, but right now I'm hooked on Disney. But we need to look at other yacht clubs. Sounds like my jam. You will probably like it. I think you will be very happy on it because you'll be more relaxed. It's a yacht club area. It's only for the yacht club people. But if you also want to go outside of the yacht club, you obviously can do that. But I know, between you and Samara, you all guys are like, love Disney. You guys love Disney. I need to find more Disney customers. I do book Disney, but not as much as I wish I could book Disney, if you can say that. So I need to go into the Disney community and put some kind of something out there. Maybe go to Celebration or something and do something over there. If you guys know of anything, let me know. I'd be more than happy to go over there and put my Expedia tent and talk to whoever you need me to talk to. That's one of my things. My goals this year is to probably do more of that and go to the community and do more of that and bring out, to see if I can find more clients, maybe more groups, and things like that. Go to Mickey Mouse house. I know, right? I'm going to go straight to Celebration, put a tent there. Look, I'm here. But it entails a lot of work. You got to make a lot of phone calls, make sure you have, you get a space. How much is the space going to cost for how many hours and all of that. So you got to make sure that it's going to be worth your time at the same time, because that's kind of like a gamble. Like you could put, like I have done wedding conventions and things like that. And yeah, it's like all this money that you spend to get a booth at a wedding convention. And sometimes all the money that you spend, you don't even get a client or two. So, but it's what you got to do. Last year I did one here in Tampa. And I had a great time. It was a great convention. I spoke to a lot of people. It was super busy, super busy. So I know, book it real good. That's what I said. But yeah, guys, I'm so happy that you guys came here today to spend some time with me. Thank you for giving me an hour of your time. Hopefully, this show was, beneficial to you, some good information. I figured that, as I have situations with my clients, it will be nice to share them with you, with the community, so that you guys can see things that are going, behind the scenes over here. And hopefully that, you guys at least got a little bit of enjoyment out of it. Don't forget that tomorrow we have Across the Wave at 8 p.m. We're going to be talking about the Port of Dublin. And then on Thursday, I actually will be in Dave Cantrell's show. And yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about there. He has a surprise for me. He hasn't mentioned, and I'm just kidding. We're going to be talking about things cruising and things like that on his show. And then next month, we're going to do another show together, and we're going to be talking about the MSC Grandiosa, because we're both going to be going different dates, different trips. I'm actually going on my birthday, guys, to go see this tour. And of course, I'm going to be bringing my camera with me because I got to vlog it for you guys. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then Dave and I will have a show together, and then we're going to come together to talk about the MSC Grandiosa. So I might do a show on his show about the Grandiosa, and then I'm going to bring him to my show so that we can also talk about the Grandiosa. But with that being said, guys, I love you guys all to the moon and back. Please stay safe. May God bless each and every one of you guys. Hasta luego, guys. Toodaloo. Oh, hold on. I think Disney people tend to do themselves, or that specialize in just Disney, from what we have taught. Yeah, that is true. That is very true, Bethany. But, call me whenever you have some time so we can catch up, Bethany. Love you, girl. And yeah, stay safe, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. on Across the Wave. For now, have a great evening. Love you. Bye-bye. Toodaloo.